What's up guys, Pro Strat number 4, where pros do strats. And we have a Nuke upper hit from G2 versus Team Liquid in the ESL Pro League Finals. The strat is really simple to execute and only really requires one person to know a set of set smokes. So let's hop into the POVs. Lucky's job initially is to fake a vent dive, so he's going to nade open the door, and then he's going to throw a smoke in front of the vent to deny vision from CTs peeking through mini. Note that CTs cannot get to see the vent until they get to top hut, but that can't happen fast enough. So Lucky's gonna then just hold until his team is ready for the execute, and he's going to throw a Molotov towards the opposite vent, or Asian vent, or pineapple, whatever you want to call it. And he's gonna just entry out a door and begin to clear the site. MNEC's job is really simple. He's gonna throw a outside smoke that allows T's to cross the T-red. This is just a distraction so that Team Liquid can put a little bit of attention towards that outside area, and G2 wants that to happen so that their upper execute can be a little more effective. MNEC doesn't actually need to throw any utility towards the hit, so he's free to burn it however he pleases. In this situation, Team Liquid throw a forward ramp smoke, so MNEC decides to counter this forward smoke and prevent any Team Liquid players from being up close by throwing that Molotov and a few flashes to clear out radio. He's then going to stagger his approach towards the upper bomb site by allowing the rest of his team to get past Tetris boxes by hut before coming out of hut and clearing backside. Kenny S's only real job in this strat is to throw the smoke into mini and then just entry out a door. It's pretty simple, he just runs out. Yeah. Jax's job is even simpler. He literally only runs out, doesn't even need to throw the smoke that he has. He does clear top hut and then moves into Blizzard, which is right here, to watch anyone trying to run out of heaven smoke. And then he's gonna re-smoke mini just to be safe, and he holds post plant. Shox has the most important role in terms of utility for this round. He's gonna be throwing a heaven smoke, a molly for top hut, and the spot above hut on the rafter, which I'll call God spot. And then he's gonna throw a flash to blind anyone behind the silos on floor. So he's gonna get onto Red Rock and aim at that little corner on the paint. This spot is actually safe, which I'll show later. And then he's gonna throw his nade set. That's the molly for top hut. That's the smoke for heaven. And then he jump throws a flash to blind anyone back silo. His job is then to hold the radio rotate. The rest of his team are coming out of hut and doors, so he's the only one that can really do that. Shox is the only one that actually throws utility that I kind of hadn't seen before, or isn't something you can just throw off the fly, on the fly. So what he does is gets onto Marshmallow, Red Rock, Twinkie, what do you call this nowadays? I don't know. He stands on this corner on the yellow paint, which is actually surprisingly safe from all of the outside angles, namely garage and secret, and even behind garage. To throw the molly, he finds this skylight, and then on the right edge of this, you go one bar to the left, so you're on this vertical line right here. Aim at the right side of it, but below the upper border, and you just left click throw. For the person coming out of hut, and even for the people coming out of door as well, the person coming out of hut doesn't have to worry about anybody directly above him, which is like the hardest thing to clear. He only really needs to worry about people up here, which should be already cleared out by the people coming out this way. And he only needs to worry about floor behind the silos. The T's coming out of door can't actually clear this angle either without kind of swinging around the whole way. So it makes it really awkward, especially if someone's hiding behind the silos, to clear this out. To throw his heaven smoke, you want to find this gray pipe on the background here, and the topmost railing is where you want to aim, and then, whoops, you just want to aim to the right until you hit this open part, before the outermost edge. You can see it here, but I'm basically aiming in line with this railing here on top, and you just left click throw again. Since these are left click throws and not like jump throws or whatever, these probably will work on 64 tick, since momentum's not a factor. So you could run this in matchmaking if you want. To throw the flash that he throws, you want to aim this rectangle here, like around where these pipes are vertical. You can aim a little bit lower. He jumps throws it, so it kind of looks different. The main thing that people need to clear is back silo, and this flash should be able to catch them pretty easily. The rest of the utility in this strategy is pretty simple. You know, nading open the door, you can probably figure that out on your own. Throwing a smoke right there to fake event drop, that's kind of self-explanatory. Smoking into mini, you don't have to do this through a smoke, but if you can see where the where the back wall is over there, you can kind of freehand a smoke there as well. Now, I do have a different version of the Heaven Smoke, which I have personally learned for my own use and for pugs, matchmaking, scrims, whatever. You stand on this line of the pipe here. You want to aim at this first support beam back here in the middle of it, and then all you need to do is left click throw. So just aim right there, left click. You also want to make sure this glass is broken. I forgot to break it because I'm great. So let's try that again. So again, make sure the skylight's broken here. And this accomplishes basically the same smoke that shocks through over here. I'm going to show off a mini smoke from T-Roof if you do want to have this in case. You want to stand behind this pipe here, and you want to aim where this vertical line meets this curved line, but a little bit higher than that. Aim to the right until you're just barely past the right edge of this pipe here, and then you want to back yourself up until you hit the railing behind you, and then left click throw. So you're going to be hitting this railing right here, and make sure that skylight is broken. And that's going to land straight into mini. There's not going to be a gap here to abuse. And it's a mini smoke. That's a set smoke if that's what you want. The only problem with set smokes is that it gives the CTs a little bit of time for them to react to this smoke bouncing for any counter utility that they might have, or just to prepare themselves essentially and call for rotates. Anyway, thanks for watching, and like the video if you liked the video.